I started singing when I was about 3 at Lively Stone, growing up in church, and then, once I got in school, singing in musicals and concerts and, everything that I could. We grew up listening to Shirley Caesar, BB and CC, and we snuck in Whitney Houston when we could, cause Whitney bad. So, but no, our parents wasn't having that. We couldn't listen to R&B growing up in our household. But I had a little bit of diversity when I could. I used to go skating in Saints, and they had a studio on the inside, and some ladies were looking for a girl to put in their R&B group, and word got around to a few people that I sang, so they were like, hey, can you come in here and audition for our group? And I'm like, yeah, okay. And so I went in with my little glasses and my little ponytail and looking like what they call a nerd, and sang my little heart out, and they was like, she could sing, we're gonna have to do something about that ponytail and them glasses. But I was put in a group with some girls, and we sang. I learned a lot in recording, how to record and how to sing in a group, singing in harmony and blending and all, the technical stuff. And from there, we just started singing out in clubs and started, traveling. We went to Atlanta. We went to several places recording original tracks and just trying to make it happen in R&B and just trying to be some superstars. Well, I was raised in the church, raised, listening to gospel, so it was always in my heart. I kind of battled with it back and forth. At one point, I called the people that I work with, Lisa and Leslie, and I was like, I can't do it no more. I can't sing R&B, and I was crying and just hysterical because it really hurt me to have to tell them. I knew that they, really put a lot into me, and I didn't want to let them down, but I just really felt like God was like, dude, you gotta come out of that. And so I did tell them, and they were disappointed and all, and I went back. So I just felt somewhat responsible, that these ladies have put so much into me that I can't let them down. They like family, and I didn't want them to hurt. And so instead I chose to just run away from what God told me to do. At the beginning of 2008, I was on this, it's the beginning of a year, it's a new change, time for you to let go of your past and have a new beginning, and just talking to people about that. And after I got off the phone with one of my friends, God just dealt with me on some stuff like, yeah, you saying all that, but here you are in this same situation that I've been trying to pull you out of, and you haven't been listening. And so I was just praying and crying just because I knew what I needed to do. And so I called Lisa and Leslie and told them, I can't do it no more. I have to be obedient and do what God is calling for me to do. And since then, things just kind of fell into place. I was singing at a funeral, and at the time I was attending Faith Miracle Temple, and I wasn't really a part of the ministry. I didn't do anything. Nobody knew I could sing, nothing like that. And I was like, well, now that I'm gonna sing gospel, I want to join the choir, I want to do all this, but I'm like, how am I gonna do that? So I was at this funeral, and lo and behold, my pastor sitting in the pulpit. I was like, what? So, I'm excited because this the pastor of the church. I can finally, he'll know that I can sing, and, hopefully I can join the choir. And so I got up and sang, and he got up and was like, you joining the choir? I didn't know you could sing like that. So I was just like, yes, you know, everything just fell into place. I mean, God just really just worked out some stuff, and I was just glad.
I never found a love like this before. And even when I'm down, your love makes me smile. It's unconditional. It gives me joy unspeakable.
Well, I have to say it was the Praise Aloud competition at Gospel 1600 that they put on, and I auditioned. I was a little nervous because, you know, everybody there, it seemed like everybody knew everybody. Like, oh, hey girl, you know, everybody in the little gospel, you know, arena, and I'm just like, I don't know nobody, just coming in, little old me, and I sang, and I actually won, you know, and you know, I prayed about it, like, oh, I hope I do, but I actually won for real. And so that was something that I was just like, yes, like, great. And so since then, a lot of doors have been open. I was able to open up for some major, you know, people, and I'm like, wow, you know, I never imagined that it could happen so fast, and things just fall into place so quickly. And so, I mean, that was an experience. Well, this is me. I feel like I have a gift, you know, and I always wanted to share with people, you know, just my testimony, what God has brought me through, and it's just a part of me. Music is just a part of me, and being able to share that with other people and allowing them to relate, you know, and just getting a connection with others is, I mean, this is what I would like to do. Well, two songs that stand out to me personally is there's a song called Turn Back, and it's about, you know, just going through everyday life and allowing your daily activities to keep you away from God, you know, in a sense, like not praying as much, you know, just getting caught up in work and, you know, whatever else that people do. And so for me, you know, just getting wrapped up in doing all these other things and not really taking out the time to develop a relationship with God, and really seeking to have true relationship and a connection. And so that song just meant a lot, because it always reminds me that, you know, don't let your everyday life separate you from where you're trying to get in God. The other song is No One, and I call this my love song because it's just about how there's no one like Jesus. There's nobody like him, and I've been a lot of places and done a lot of things, and at the end of the day, you know, nothing else satisfied me, nothing else gave me peace, but just knowing that, you know, that God is here. Like, he's the person that I can depend on. He's the person that I lean on. It's a more intimate part of me that I put forth on this CD, and I want people to be able to relate to it. I think that I call it a wonderful change, because I started one place and I ended up somewhere else. You know, I started at a place where I thought, you know, it was all about this. It was all about the glory, you know, of a person, and it's all about me, you know. And now I finally, you know, come to a place in this album that I'm like, it's not about me. It don't have nothing to do with me. And so I just want people to see that, you know, that change is possible, you know, that it could be wonderful.